Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. Today we will try to answer one of life's big questions. Accordion, toggle or tab? Which one of these three widgets should we choose according to a set circumstance? I know you're thrilled and looking forward to know the answer, so stay tuned and we will be starting right away. But first, let's set the record straight. In order to use these widgets, a fundamental understanding of Elementor is necessary. The good thing is you don't have to have the Pro version of Elementor to use them. They are available with the free version of Elementor. Let's see now how we can access those three widgets. We have already logged onto our dashboard and we navigate to our pages. Let's just say you want to add one of these widgets or all of them to your home page. So I go to my home page and I click Edit with Elementor. We see here our home page when I open it with the Elementor, and on the left we see all the available widgets. I scroll down until I find the Accordion widget. Here it is. I add a section below this one and drag and drop my accordion here where it says drag widget here. I customize it the way I want to. I can change the title to, for example, my title 1, and there my title 2. You will see that the content of the accordion is a rich text editor. That means you can add text, media, or both if you want by clicking this button here which says Add Media. Now, for example, I will leave the default dummy text here on the first accordion, and on the second one I will delete the text and add a photo from here. So my first accordion has text and the second one has a photo. Now we have extra formatting tools on the content editor if we press the toolbar toggle here. You see? It's more or less like Word, for example, or another text editor. We can format the content with some extra tools which we'll discover when we press the toolbar toggle. Below this we can change or even remove the icon we have, and we can also do the same for the active icon. If we click here, we open the icon library and we have some recommended icons, or we can choose from our library another icon. I will leave that as it is. You can also change the HTML tag of your title. The default is div. You can change it to H1, H2, or any other heading you want. I would advise strongly against change it to heading 1 Since this heading is normally used only once on our page, and it is used for our page title, that could really mess your SEO. So I would suggest either leaving it as a div or choose another type of header. I will leave it as it is. Now, if you click this button, you activate the FAQ schema. Doing so, it will provide search engines like Google the necessary information to categorize this part of your page as an FAQ section. So if you want to use the accordion here as an FAQ section, that would really help you. So let's just say I want to use my accordion this time as an FAQ section. I will activate that, and that will help Google and other search engines recognize this section as an FAQ and present it accordingly to the search results. Let's see now the styling options we have for our accordion. We click on the styling tab, and I have already changed the border width. You can adjust the border color for your accordion item. You can also adjust the title, the background, the font color, the active color, the typography. If you want, you can add a stroke. You can also add text shadow, adjust the padding. Let's just say I will use 5 pixels padding, and that reduced the default padding, but that's okay. Let's increase that a little bit, 15 pixels. Now we can also adjust and modify the icon, the alignment. Let's put that at the end. The color, the active color, the spacing between the icon and the title. I like it better at the start. We can also adjust the content, the background. I have modified that to a gray. Let's change that here to bright white. We can change the typography also. We can also here add text shadow and adjust the padding. And these are pretty much all the settings we can use for our accordion widget. Now let's check the toggle, which is similar but somewhat different. We go to all the widgets here, scroll down again until we see here next to the accordion the toggle. I drag and drop it here below the accordion. Its content and settings somewhat mirrors the accordion, but its style tab offers additional adjustments. See here. We have space between the toggle items. We have also box shadow. All the other settings are pretty much the same. So let's just say I change a little bit the border width and the space between 10, and I add a little bit of box shadow. Every time we change something, we should save our settings by clicking update, because you never know what might happen. So what distinguishes these two widgets? Well, in order to do that, we will have to visit the page as it is seen from all the visitors. view page from here. This is the page, this is the accordion, and this is the toggle. You see the accordion, when clicked, expands to reveal its content while collapsing all the other sections. So I can't have all the sections open. If I click here, the first section closes. If I click here, the second section closes. Now the toggle does not do that. I will click here, it opens, and if I click on the second toggle, it opens too. When a page is loading, the toggle widget items are collapsed, but the accordion has the first item open. An accordion is more appropriate for presenting large content volumes like FAQs, for example, or product details in a confined space. Now the toggle is better to present information when we want to contrast and see different sections all together, because we need to see all the information all at once. It is beneficial for users who wish to compare content from different sections. We have returned to our editing area and we are ready to examine the third and last for today widget. We scroll down until we find here, before the accordion, the tabs widget. So I drag and drop it after, below the toggle. Now, this version of the tabs widget is not the newest one. The newest one allows you to add nested elements, but in order to do that, you have to enable them by going to Elementor Settings, Features, and activate first, if you have not already, the Flexbox container, and after that the nested elements. However, next time I will present a thorough tutorial about this new version of the tabs and what it can do. It will amaze you. But now let's just see the older version. So we have here the settings for the tab widget. Here we have the two elements, the title, text, rich text editor, exactly like the toggle and the accordion. But here you can also change the position of the tab titles. As we see here, we can make them vertical or leave them horizontal. And we can also adjust the alignment, center, and stretch. So all the tabs stretch within the available width. If we choose vertical, here on the Style tab, we have an additional option to set the navigation width, which determines the tab's width in comparison to the content. So if I increase that, the tabs grow accordingly. And all the other options are pretty much the same as the toggle and the accordion. So how does the tabs widget is different from the other two widgets? Well, the Tabs widget is best used when categorizing content and facilitating easy navigation without scrolling. Especially when we use, let's go here, and I will use the horizontal tabs on desktop resolution and tablet resolution, maybe especially. With the horizontal tab displays, users can view a larger part of the content without scrolling. See? The Tabs widget has some features in common with the Accordion. Its first tab is open and visible upon loading. And also on mobile devices, it operates more like the Accordion, as we see here. If I change the display to mobile, we see it here. Looks more like an Accordion. If I click the second tab, the first one closes. If I click the first one, the second one closes. Now you are well versed with the Accordion, toggle and Tabs widgets. Choose wisely based on the type of content you wish to present and make the most of the suitable widget. Live long and prosper, my friends, in the digital and physical world, and stay tuned for our next tutorial.